One KFMA, Oro Valley, Tucson, an Arizona Lotus Corporation radio station. Stream us on your cell, laptop, desktop, or tablet at KFMA.com. You want it? You got it. Reality radio done right. No nonsense, real and raw, just like you like it.
He's corrupt, he's inexperienced, and he lies.
Broadcasting from a broom closet in the Arizona Lotus Studios, it's Beef Vegan Presents.
Yeah, welcome back to the show. It's Beef Vegan Presents live on Rock 102.1 KFMA, streaming worldwide at KFMA.com on this beautiful Friday, April 5th. Good morning, Weirdo.
Good morning.
And good morning, Tucson. Thank you guys for tuning in to the show. We made it through another week, getting ready for another weekend, which should be fantastic, a little bit warm, but we're going to crank through it, you know. And we got tickets on the line today for that of the Black Keys. We'll be giving those out a little bit later. All you got to do is keep listening. I'll let you know how you're going to win those tickets here at around 6:30. Okay, so I want to get all situated. I got a couple stories to get to right off the bat. First and foremost, it's the end of an era, Weirdo. 99-cent stores are no more.
Oh, I did see this.
Yes.
Hundreds of stores closing.
All of them. Every single one, you know, and what I didn't know was 99-cent store was specifically like a Southwest franchise. California, Nevada, Arizona, and of course, they're all over the place, but they were. Unfortunately, they're all going to be shutting down and liquidating as the times they keep on changing. The official report and the statement for why they were closing basically blames the pandemic. The chief interim executive officer of 99-cent store, who's going to step down, said this was an extremely difficult decision and is not the outcome we expected or hope to achieve, I guess is the understatement of the year so far. They say, unfortunately, the last several years have presented significant and lasting challenges in the retail environment, including the unprecedented impact of COVID-19 pandemic, shifting consumer demand, rising levels of shrink, rising levels of shrink. I say that every time I get out of the pool. Persistent inflammatory pressures and, microeconomic headwinds. It's a lot of corporate speech, meaning that, hey, things are too expensive now. 99 cents is just not viable.
It's not sustainable.
Yeah. Now, of course, this is following just the news earlier this week that Dollar Tree's average price is several dollars, leaving customers outraged. But I guess the day and age of getting things for $1, getting low quality items for just $1 are in the past, and it's unfortunate. Now, our buddy Hot Rock Super Joint had a suggestion that he posted on social media saying, this is a perfect opportunity to open up a 420 store, yo. And of course, that would be items that are $4.20. Catered to the stoner community.
Yeah.
But then I had to inform Hot Rock. I'm like, I'm sorry, buddy. We already have a Five Below. That's essentially
we do have that, yeah.
That's essentially 80 cents below 5 is 420. That's simple math then. So I think they cornered that market. It's unfortunate, but you know that, John Oliver did a piece on these stores not too long ago, and they were ran so terribly.
Yes.
And they also, there was workers' rights issues, a lot of different question marks all the way across the board. But these places were prominent in low income areas, super low income areas. You would always see you always see these stores when you're, say, driving to Mexico, going to Yuma, and a town with a population of 12 people will have like a 99-cent store. Like, what the hell?
Yeah.
And there'd be another one right across the street.
General Dollar.
Yeah. So everyone always wondered why and how this could even sustain it. Well, there was a piece done on it. And it was the way that they would kind of stretch the dollar, make the employees work unreasonable hours, be completely overwhelmed. And it would be almost like just dumping off garbage at the back door for them to put on the shelves. So, based off of that, it didn't surprise me that the business itself shut down. But I think it's a bigger issue, obviously, than just the economy and rising prices, because we could continue to get stuff at wholesale for dirt cheap and, resell it and make a profit.
Right.
That's like 99-cent store officers. All they had to do is go to Temu and then, bulk order from there, and it's fine. They can make money, but it's the way that they were operating in these stores for so long that eventually caught up with them.
Right.
Yeah.
Especially like when you would watch like just these pictures of signs on the doors and people being like, we quit, we're done.
Yeah. No, it happens all the time, right? And so that's what they showcase there. So the news this week, I guess, was dominated by cheap retail, with Dollar Tree and 99-cent store. And I guess that's how we'll look back at this first week of April 2024, the week that the discount dollar store died.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. Well, that's a good name
Super
for a
sad.
podcast. I guess we're going to have to set up later on in a podcast broadcast. We have a lot to get to, including an update on that huge heist that happened Sunday in Los Angeles where $30 million were stolen. We got your morning moron and, of course, Weirdo's here. So confession session, music news, and all that fun stuff. Give us a shout. Phone lines are open. 600 KFMA, 605-362. Your morning morons coming up after the new music from Mammoth WVH. We'll kick things off with a little collective soul. Shine, a Rock 102.1 KFMA. You know the name of the show. Let's go. All right, pretty solid little show open there. Let's start off with showcasing Valdez.
I'm Valdez.
That's right. And people want to know what he looks like. Check out that shirt, Manny. Now, this, of course, 100% inspired by the man. OG number one. Spread cheeks, not hate. Valdez is rocking that shirt, always with the custom shirts here. And yes, Valdez joining us on a Friday edition of the podcast broadcast. A Weirdo looking gothed out and beautiful as always. What funeral were you going to afterwards?
Yours.
Oh no. Jesus.
That escalated.
Yeah, way too quickly. You joking, right? You just joking, hopefully. Are you just joking? I don't know. People are going to speculate when you leave the show. They're going to think all the worst things.
I know.
So you want to clear the air real quick? Okay. Yeah, go ahead, clear the air. Now I'm actually concerned.
No, I'm leaving for career change again.
Yeah.
Like I stepped away from doing hair and eyelash extensions a year and a half ago, was burned out, kind of lost my passion for it. And then just kind of in this last couple months, I was like, maybe I'll do something on the side. You know what I mean? Like just go somewhere and just rent and just, keep banging out eyelash extensions. And then got to talking with Tim and Kim over at Rustics, and they got some really good potential over there, and I want to be part of it. So, and like I did, I begrudgingly did a haircut for a client who apparently has been stalking Google for me. And I was like, all right, I'll do this haircut, whatever. And got done with the haircut. I was like, oh man, I miss doing hair. Crap. Yeah. And now I'm back at it.
Yeah, well.
So just got my passion back, and I mean that's what I was educated in, and been doing it for 15 years.
And she's good because she made my one eyebrow into two. So now
yeah?
I'm human. Yeah.
Nice.
I went from Bert to Ernie.
Yeah, so
nice.
You noticed that right off the bat that he had a unibrow and you needed to fix him.
Oh yeah.
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 What suggestions and advice would you give for me and my grooming?
To start.
To start.
I
think it's fine. You have your signature look. Just make sure that you're always keeping the beard in check.
Yeah, got to keep the beard in check for sure.
I am digging the forwards hat this week. Looks good.
I only wear that for you. I was wearing backwards hat every other day. The forward hat for you to show you what you're missing. I know I look hotter with a forward hat, so you're just like, you're gonna miss this.
I mean, it was an adjustment on Monday. I was like, it's not a dark backwards hat. I'm confused.
You actually look younger, bro.
Yeah, thanks. Because it's covering up the crow's feet. Here's the deal. Like, look at this hat. It says AZ, right? Representing. Whoop whoop. It's Coyote's hat. It cost me fucking way too much money. And it only looks good forward. So that's why you get it forward. If I do it backwards, look, there's my hair. So here's what it looks like backwards, and I just don't like this green cactus thing, which kind of looks like a green dick. With
or a deformed middle finger in the air.
Okay, well, I mean that makes me like it a little bit better, but yeah, no. So I'm going from radio host to frat bro. Bam.
Yeah. And I think it has to do with the color of the hat too, because typically your hats that you wear backwards are like darker colors.
Yes, and I dig those too, but I did like to switch it up. And when I saw this, I was like, okay, that's a good switch up for the summertime. If I wear a white T-shirt, some khaki shorts, get some tan legs, and wear this forward, then be scared, blonde milfs. That means I'm coming for you. I'm basically in my milf hunting camo at that point.
Mari's mom won't know what to do.
Yeah, exactly.
Start calling you milf bait.
Yeah, no. Hats are way too expensive, and I get a discount. So this hat, Guess how much this hat would cost? Because I bought it at the TCC at the merch shop. Okay, so and it's the Coyotes. So with all those factors, you have to inflate.
Right.
How much do you think they were charging and trying to sell this hat for?
55.
All right, what do you say, Valdez?
I go 40 something.
Well, Weirdo is correct. 55, or I think 51. So $50 for a hat, man. So
Yeah.
I got two, but I get a
an employee
discount.
Oh,
I
you
do. I
Okay.
get like a 40% discount.
Oh,
Still came out to like $70 though. So yeah, it was
wait,
55.
how did it go up?
No, I know. Well, I bought two. So
Oh, okay.
55, it would have been 110. I paid 70. So it's $35 a hat. Still not great.
Yeah.
Which I grew up, of course, with $20 a hat kind of guy, right?
Right.
That's when you would get a good hat. But of course, inflation has affected everything. In fact, you've been watching, seeing the prices of McDonald's go up.
Mhm.
Yeah. How much did they go up on? Well, they went up over 100%, 100% in less than 10 years. In fact, actually, I'll give you a breakdown of the percentages of everything. I think it was actually 156%. Was the official total of how much the price of McDonald's has gone up just over the last few years, which is, of course, insane because now you're driving through and you're like, shit, I could have went to a restaurant for this amount with tip.
Well, and like we were having this discussion in our house the other day because, we have a lot of diet restrictions, gluten-free, and we eat really, really clean. Inflation on that stuff is not really going up, right? Because it was already kind of pricier to begin with. But like conventional food, fast food, all these things basically cost the same amount.
Right.
So like for me, I'm that asshole and I'm like, there's no more excuses, guys. You can eat better.
That is pretty true.
And I like
That's
to
good.
remind my
We're gonna
good people, McDonald's might be bringing the prices up, but Weirdo Canelo's lowering their prices.
There you go. Rock 1 2.1
Nice.
KFMA. There's a PSA from I'm Valdez. We are live on the podcast broadcast. You can join us, youtube.com/pfegan. We have a lot of things to share on the air and off on the stream, including viral videos and a breakdown of how much McDonald's pricing has increased just over the last 5 years. 156% is what it was. And we'll break down the percentage per item and give you an example that will make you super depressed. But before we get into all that, we got our confession session coming up next. And what do we have in confession session today, Weirdo?
Well, we've got a disappointed parent. We've also got two that regret some things they did as children. And that's pretty much it.
Okay. Well,
an idiot who's actually supposed to be super smart that cost himself a bunch of money.
Okay, I thought you were just going to stop at idiot. I'm like, oh, fair enough. All right, so confession session coming up after Beartooth. I was alive, keeping the conversation moving. YouTube.com/beefvegan. It's the podcast broadcast. Clear. All right, so good tease. And an idiot.
And
then you should have just said, I'm Valdez.
I missed my chance.
Damn. It's going to be your moment.
Yeah, and thanks, Lynn, for saying it looks good. And yeah, Dave has been buying Roadrunners merch, and yeah, he spent $150 for 3 hats because he doesn't get that employee discount. But next time, Dave, let me know, and I'll go up with you and be like, he's with me. And
It's cool.
Yeah. In fact, it's so funny because the TCC, and they know this as well. When I have people come out to games, the TCC is very strict in their policy. With the exception of my guests or me, they'll allow it. So say when I get people into the games, anyone who has been a guest to me knows that you don't even need tickets. You just go up, and I go up to the security and say, yeah, they're with me, right? I had a friend come out, and she brought her purse with her, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which is not a clear bag,
right?
And they strictly don't allow that,
right?
right? So she walks up, she's at the metal detector, and like, sorry, you're gonna have to go back to the car and everything. And I step up, and I'm like, well, actually, she's with me. And they're like, oh, well, then here you go. Here's the bag. You want a loaded gun? Like I was like, well, awesome.
I mean, when we came out for the game, like we were running late, like always, but like you just got done with like game intros, all that, and so we got through the metal detector, and we're just standing awkwardly in the corner. My girlfriend's like, this guy wants to know why we're standing here. I was like, well, then he can use his words and ask me.
Yeah.
And then you rolled up and you're like, yeah, they're with me. And then that was it.
That was it.
It was good.
There was no questions asked. And it's almost like apologies. Oh, I'm so sorry. I did not know.
Sorry, sir.
Yeah, I did not know they were with you. I would have just let them go and gave them money on the way in. So, I mean, that's just a shout out to the staff at the TCC. They show so much love, which I appreciate. And it's really the only place in the world where I feel like a big deal, like if I'm ever down on myself, and the people throw out the term local celebrity very loosely, and often too much, right? We're just like, honestly, there is no local celebrity. And I'm no Dan Maris, right? But they'll throw that out there. And the only place I feel like a local celebrity is at TCC. And I'm just walking. I'm just like, hey, you. High five to you. Oh, okay. I'll stop, take a picture with your kid. All right. Yeah. Cheers. Yeah. Stay in school. Stay on drugs. And then keep on walking.
And then that kid walks away being like, that dude's definitely on drugs.
They're legal, though.
They are.
I defend the hat purchase because I'm a huge hat person. And I usually get all my stuff from Ross. But there's that one specific time where you got to like splurge. Like when we went to the suite for the D-backs game.
Yeah.
I got the 2001 D-backs World Series hat. It was $50-some, but you know what?
You're there, yeah.
Sometimes you got to treat yourself.
Right, and I remember my brother in the
10
90s,
seconds.
like would always go to that store in the mall. They were like $20.
Yeah,
Kids, yeah.
I know. Those were the good old days. Apparently, we didn't know we were living them until they were gone.
Yep.
Let's get on the air. Rock 102.1 KFMA. That was Beartooth with I Was Alive. It is now 9:14, and we got Weirdo with another confession session as she continues to get emails. And I hope they keep your email address active for these confessions.
Too.
Weirdo at KFMA.com if you want to anonymously confess to something. Let us laugh at your pain and possibly give you some advice. What's the first confession you have for us this morning?
All right. Accidentally switched off the heater by nudging the power switch.
Okay.
A bit later, I noticed the heater was not working. So I arranged for a technician to come over and fix it. He turned the switch back on and then charged me $200 for my pain.
Oh.
I have a degree in electrical engineering.
Oh, and it had no help. Didn't help you whatsoever.
No, not even close.
So funny.
Yeah, but this is what we do to my boyfriend, right? Because he's a structural engineer. So anytime anything needs to be built, we're like, here you go. He's
Yeah.
like, why? And I was like, come on, engineer boy, put it together.
Yeah,
He's like, my job is to make the instructions on how to put together. I'm like, uh-huh.
Okay, yeah, but if you know how to make the instructions how to put it together, you should know how to put it together.
Exactly.
Theoretically speaking,
Mhm.
So is his nickname IKEA?
pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not putting this together. I got more things to do. I could do in 2 hours.
I mean, if I was a structural engineer, like you said,
Mhm.
I would have all different types of Allen wrenches like connected to my tool belt or just my belt. I would just rock Allen wrenches all the time because you never know.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
No, he hates home projects. He hates it with a fiery passion.
Well, again, he should be paying off his student loans with that. Doing side gigs, putting together IKEA furniture.
Oh, you're so cute. His parents paid for college.
He has parents.
I'm trying to like your boyfriend here. You know what I'm saying? You're making it very, very difficult. Dude has an 8-pack too. A wife and a girlfriend and $100,000 a year salary and doesn't do his job. Yeah. Okay. You know what?
No student loan debt.
Yeah. You can fire it off.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
I feel our
He's
credit
so
scores
pretty.
went up just talking about him.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I'm now at a 5. Thank you.
All right. Let's move forward before I start sending like death threats to your boyfriend here via text. What's the next confession?
All right. During the console wars of the 90s, someone for a project made some posters of Mario at my school.
Okay.
I liked Sonic way better. So one evening during a school event, I snuck out and drew penises on every Mario I could find. Unbelievably, I am now a counselor who deals with people with antisocial behavior.
Oh, well, is that considered antisocial behavior or
It
super
is.
social behavior? It's a Mario. Look at the mushroom. It's a grows. I mean, Mario with the penis and stuff is hilarious. Just in thought of you, like,
It is.
I'm sure it would have made the latest Super Mario movie not as successful at the box office, but a cult classic.
Yes, immediately.
All right.
Especially on P-Hubs.
Yes, which I'm sure you can find that kind of animation
yeah.
porn on Pornhub for sure.
Mhm.
I mean, there's a fetish for everything.
Rule 36.
Yeah, you have one more confession for us here?
All right. As a child, my son played chess competitively. I told him I was proud of him, but on the inside, I was dying. I wish he would have played football, basketball, baseball, anything. Being a chess parent is the worst. Long tournaments that make me want to poke my eyes out, and the embarrassment of having a son not interested in sports.
Oh, you're like, oh, he's such a little nerd.
Mhm.
I do feel this parent's pain, though, just because sitting in a chess tournament where you're supposed to be super quiet, it's like sitting in a library for hours on end. That doesn't seem exciting whatsoever and super boring, and you just have to endure.
Right.
I was a gym dad, right? My daughter was in gymnastics.
Yeah.
And to have to seeing her in gymnastics wasn't boring, and I was proud of her. It was just having to be around all the gym moms and that culture.
Yes.
That really sucked.
Yeah. Well, even now, like my kids went from playing baseball to lacrosse, and lacrosse is way more exciting. Like I cannot wait for lacrosse Saturdays because I just get to scream at my kids.
Yeah, you're that
Instead of a soccer hooligan, you're a lacrosse hooligan.
I am indeed.
Excellent confession session, weirdo. Keep those emails coming, weirdo at kfma.com. Keeping the conversation moving on the podcast broadcast. We're going to play a game, Valdez versus Weirdo, coming up next as well. And we have music on the way from Nirvana. It's Rock 1 2.1. Clear. And I'm like,
I guess we'll play some music at the radio station.
Yeah. I mean, after 5 minutes of commercials, as we do.
Yeah.
Gotta pay them bills, I guess, on trade. I got in trouble for revealing a little too much behind the scenes on the podcast yesterday. So I'll try not to do that so much. But there was a certain statement that was said that I took offense to, where you're just like, you don't have to tell everything. It seems like you consider the podcast more important to your 20 viewers than than the audience. And I'm like, bitch, that's 20 live. And there's replay. There's people who are watching this right now. The right now for them could be 10:30 at night on a Thursday, right? This podcast is evergreen as we're producing it. And we have our OGs who join us live and contribute. And then we got the people who watch it whenever they can watch it. And definitely,
and the fact that we also have viewers from don't we have somebody from Sweden and the UK? I mean, it's
not anymore.
We lost them.
I know. He'll be back eventually.
Because I'm leaving.
No, first off, look at you. You just said I'm leaving, and we jumped up 10 viewers. It's crazy.
Weird how that works.
Yeah. Lindsay said, that's how I felt when I was working at Country Thunder, backstage pass and everything. I felt important. Yeah. Have you ever had a backstage pass beyond Electric Callboy? Have you ever had the super VIP treatment?
I mean, I've been backstage and met band. Okay.
No, I'm not talking about groupie shit.
No.
Okay.
No.
You're like, yeah.
No.
I moved the sound tech with Pantera one time.
I don't have the balls for that. I don't. No, I had a backstage experience. This is super gonna age me. I think it was 19 with Bowling for Soup.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that was a really fun time. And the lead singer Jared, he recorded. You remember when it was cool to get a celebrity to record your voicemail?
Oh yeah.
I did that. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, no, I think Electric Callboy is probably the peak of it.
Oh, the peak. We were just getting started. Well, some of us were.
I know.
All right. Earlier this morning, we did our morning. In case you missed it, went a little something like this. Check it out. PH with I'm All Right on Rock 1 2.1 KFMA. It's now 6:15 and time for your morning moron. Let's do it. All right, here's another thing that will definitely make you a morning moron. When you're a criminal, but you're also super vain and insecure, right? That shows your morning moron card, right?
Yes.
So I'll give you an example of this. There's a fugitive on the loose in the UK, and the police have been basically posting ads about him saying, hey, man, this man's wanted. And the fugitive in question here is telling police that what they're doing in trying to apprehend him is out of bounds because the police have been mocking his hairline. More importantly, his receding hairline. This is happening in Avon in Somerset, and some have been scouring the area looking for a 29-year-old man named Daniel Kellaway, who's wanted for alleged driving offensive and criminal damage and threatening behavior. And on their wanted posters and online postings, they describe Kellaway as a 28-year-old having receding brown hair. And seeing that he was wanted on social media, Kellaway posted a request for an age correction after his birthday had passed, and there was no need to mention the hairline. And he's like, look, you can mention the crime, the height, the age, the description without mentioning the hair. Come on, man. That's why I wear a hat.
I'm sensitive about it.
Yeah. Now, Kellaway also reported that he's headed to Turkey to get it sorted out, and then we'll catch up, whatever that means. So the police have been tipped off that he's trying to make a run for it to Turkey. And now perhaps he found a deal on hair restoration in Istanbul. But, reaching out, always commenting on social media posts from police who are looking for you is always a bad look. And definitely going to land you in morning moron territory. But doing so, just complaining on the fact that they're pointing out the obvious, that you're going bald before 30 and being so insecure about it, you're like, hey, mate, come on. I mean, I'll turn myself in if you stop talking about my hair.
Just embrace it. Shave it off. You'll be fine.
No, okay. It's easy for you to say. You have hair on top of hair on top of hair.
I do.
Yeah. So, but Daniel Kellaway, the insecure criminal, is definitely today's morning moron. Yeah, there you go. So that was your morning moron from today. Up and we're back here live. 38 seconds. Gotta just squeeze in a little something to keep this Friday fun and fresh. You know the deal. Todd, can you join me Monday morning while I have you on the stream? And then in the podcast broadcast, if at 9 a.m., if Manny, if you and Dave want to pop in as my crazy veteran guests, then you could do so, because Dave's been bugging trying to come in. Manny's been on the show before, right? Dave's like, oh, you need me as a co-host. Like, it's a little more difficult than that, Dave. And I don't want to trigger you too much too, because I know you're still overcoming a lot of stuff, but definitely would love to have you on the podcast along with Manny on a Monday. So 9 a.m.
Manny Monday,
just another Manny Monday. And so, but yeah, Todd, let me know. I'll text you later. And then Manny and Dave, you guys let me know too if you're available on Monday morning, 9 a.m. And Valdez was a pleasant surprise on this Friday, which it's always good because it was just going to be me and Weirdo, which is great. But I love loading up the desk, and I have to going forward. Really, like I don't have a producer to book guests, right? So I have to really be on it and start booking guests aggressively going forward here too. Because I just like to. I like to have different voices and stories and things around the community and stuff. And I think that's one thing that we've been kind of lagging on this quarter, if you will. So that's what's going to happen here in the future. Sorry, I was just playing this real quick. Why do you hate it so much?
I hate it so much.
Why do you hate it so much?
I don't know, because like you've played like the rap stuff back to me, and I'm like, okay, whatever. But this, I don't know why.
You sound so good.
Ah!
That's fantastic. I mean,
Sounds like I'm yelling at one of my kids.
Yeah. Okay, I did do a dog howl. I didn't mean to do that.
And
it is Friday, so I had to do a best of clip, and it is a best of clip. I shared that. I also have a joke that I played as a speed break that I did this morning, and I did yesterday. I was pretty proud of that joke. Yeah, so sexy. Yeah, something pokes at you beneath the surface. It's got to be penis, right?
Their song "Bleed It Out." I called the tampon song.
Yeah, I know. That's
bleed it out, digging deeper, just throw it away.
Yeah. Wow.
So gross.
Oh man, it's too bad Chester's not around to answer that question.
Yeah,
that's a good question. Be like, were you inspired by the menstrual cycle? And he's a very empathetic man, or was, and so I would not be surprised. So what are the lyrics again?
Bleed it out, digging deeper, just to throw it away.
Yeah, I know. So immediately when you heard that, you were like, I love this song.
You good, Valdez?
Yeah. I mean, that's what the women have to do. So good. So good. Yeah. That's what I did. I had that sweep go right over the intro for Nirvana's Lithium. And there you go. Radio Magic.
You're welcome, Linz.
Yeah. It's a fantastic song. I made a little video of it that you can see on the social media page on our Instagram, where I went to AI and I was like, give me a female lead singer for Linkin Park. And it did come up with some pretty impressive images. In fact, I think I have those images I could share with you here on the stream. Because... and you can barely see them because they kind of go real fast on the video. But let's see. I thought I emailed it. Oh, maybe I didn't email it to myself. I can now here in a second, and I will. In fact, actually, that's what I'll do right now. So I'll come back with those images of what Weirdo would look like as the female lead singer of Linkin Park after this morning's music news. In case you missed it, well, it's something like this. Oh, yes, you could tell by that sound that it's time for music news, and you could tell by this sound
I'm Valdez.
that it's Friday, and we got Valdez hanging out with us. Good morning, Valdez.
Morning.
We got a lot of fun that we're going to get to here, but first, what's going on in the world of music and entertainment, Weirdo?
Well, Ghost has dropped a trailer on their Twitter that makes lots of references to one very specific horror movie, which is The Exorcist, which is really, really cool.
Okay.
And everybody's just like, what is this about? But if you remember, not too long ago, we talked about their concert that they banned all cell phone use.
Yes.
Because they were going to be filming. So the trailer features ominous imagery and haunting music, characteristic of Ghost style, and it showcases snippets of the band's live performances, emphasizing their theatrical and energetic stage presence.
Nice.
And then with a release date coming to cinemas worldwide.
Oh, so what is the release date?
They didn't say. They said to coming soon.
Son of a bitch. You do this whole reveal, and I'm like, cool. When can we see it? When are we going to line up to go see this? And yeah, that's going to be fantastic. So, the concert films I always thoroughly enjoy. With Ghost, I imagine it's going to be somewhat psychedelic.
Oh, yeah. And especially when right now they are in this transition of they're going to be moving into a new phase, possibly a new album with kind of different imagery, different characters, things like that. So this will kind of end the chapter of Tobias Forge's Papa. Oh, I'm not going to say it right. Emeritus?
Yeah, that's close enough.
Okay.
Yeah. So
I can never say it.
Yeah. What do you think they're going to do? Go full blown? I think. What's the band? Full blown Killers, like Brandon Flowers from the Killers. Because honestly, I could see him kind of going that route.
Well, considering that Kiss just sold their music catalog to another Swedish company, maybe that's it. Ghost is coming back as Kiss.
Yeah.
The makeup's not far off. I'm just saying. Easy
Ghost transition.
Kiss,
yeah. Speaking of which, the $300 million deal was made to buy Kiss's catalog, but that's not it, right?
Right. Their name, logo, image, and likenesses to a company called Pop House Entertainment, which is taking over for that Avatar thing that they're going to premiere in 2027.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. And look at Gene Simmons is just loving it up.
Oh, yeah.
Everything's been a cash grab since almost day one. And now they finally were able to sell everything. So that now they have threatened that they were, finishing up and doing their final tours.
Right.
And that went on for seemingly my entire adult life.
15 years.
But now with them literally selling off all the name rights and likeness rights.
And even the copyright on the makeup styles as well.
That means done. They're done. And then somebody else is going to do it. So you're still going to be able to see Kiss, but it's going to be just some other people who are probably younger and can perform a little better.
A little bit. A little more muscle definition.
I love hating on Kiss. I'm just seriously, and not just for Razor, because he just loves them so much.
Yeah, he does.
I like Razor too, but I just like to, be like, Kiss sucks. You know who's really cool? A modern day Kiss? ICP. Yeah, that's right. They are a modern day Kiss. Yes, and I guarantee you, once Violent J and Shaggy 2 Dope decide to do the same deal, they're gonna get $400 million. A lot of juggalos out there, that's for sure. All right, anything else in music news?
We might have some new 9 Inch Nails on the horizon.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, so their last release was in 2020, and Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross, they've been really busy. They've been working on like scores for movies and working on a new TV show as well with the creator of The Bear.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and they're also working on a horror film, a clothing line, a new record label, and a music festival. So pretty much over the next year or two, we're going to hear nothing but 9 Inch Nails and everything that they're doing.
Well, hopefully they have a team, because that sounds like too much. I mean, basically, Trent Reznor is sounding like Powers now. Who tries to do like 100 things at once and doesn't get any of them done because he's like, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. And I'm going over here, going out there. Like, whoa, dude, focus.
And then complaining how streaming services are ruining the music industry.
Yeah, dude.
They're even doing a collaboration with Epic Games.
Oh, wow.
My God.
What's the game going to be?
No idea. It just says collaboration with Epic Games.
What would you
probably providing music?
I think you have to go around effing things like an animal.
There you go. That's a disturbing game there, Valdez.
And he's here for it.
All right, Dave. That would be 9 a.m. on Monday. And then Todd, I'll see you Monday as well. And Lisa said, very happy to see Valdez. All right, so let me show you real quick, Weirdo, before we get into McDonald's surge pricing or surge pricing in general. I'll talk about. But this is what AI came up with as far as female lead singer, and some of these actually kind of look like you.
Okay.
Where I'm like, okay, and not the first one though. All right, so this is again. I was like, I asked AI. I said, hey, give me a female lead singer of Linkin Park. Right. So this is the first one, like a female Chester, and seriously bangable. Right. All right. This one kind of looks like Weirdo with the shaved head.
I had a shaved head.
Yeah.
A few years ago.
Can you see the similarities there?
I can.
I was like, oh, snap, dude. AI, get out of my algorithm. Like, you know that I'm friends with Weirdo because you just basically stole that. This, is more of like a lesbian folk singer than, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Worst wrestling gimmick ever.
Yeah. Last one, though, I like the best. This is close up. So, this is a female Chester, so lesbian folk singer, but up close and just screaming. She probably sounds like, I don't know. Can you give me an example?
No.
I remember when you used to be fun.
Those days are gone, man.
They're gone. They're gone.
gone.
Better than
gone.
techno.
That was still a hit song. I'm sure I'm gonna have people request it long after you're gone.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna get on the air here in 1 second. Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beefegan Presents. That was the offspring of Why Don't You Get a Job. We're back on the podcast broadcast. You can join us youtube.com/Beefegan. But if you notice that fast food prices are a lot higher than they used to be, you're not wrong. In fact, actually, the prices of what they are today are in some places 156% more than they were just a few years ago. And it's a eye-opening study that was just revealed here recently where, we talked about McDonald's getting called out for not having anything for $1 on their dollar menu, right? Customers have been complaining about these rising prices for a long time, and now new research shows just how much they've gone up. According to this new study from Financial Buzz, in the last 10 years, the prices of some McDonald's menu items have increased by as much as 168%. Wow.
That is nuts.
Nuts. Just in the last 10 years, right? Faster than any other time prior. Hell, I'm old enough to remember when cheeseburgers were 39 cents.
Oh, yeah.
No, they were 49 cents and hamburgers were 39 cents because cheese used to cost a dime. God, so old, man. I feel like Herb Stratford. Like back in my day, I used to order 10 cheeseburgers for like $2, scarf them all, and feel like the Hamburglar. Feel fantastic the next day. Okay, so the average price of a quarter pounder with cheese meal right now is $12, $11.99. That's more than double what it was in 2014 at $5.39. Now, these are restaurant prices, like sit-down restaurant prices. It hasn't slowed down McDonald's business, though, because if you drive by any McDonald's, there's still people in the drive-thru.
Right.
Hell, I'm still a McDonald's customer, for sure. Now, a McDonald's sandwich costs $1.19 on average in 2014, but it's almost 3 times that at $3.19. And, of course, that's the cheapest stuff.
Right.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I remember double doubles being, 99 cents or $1.19.
Remember the Burger Wars in the early 90s? Whoppers were 99 cents. The Big Macs were 95 cents. You're like, oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The BOGOs and the things that we call those for us fat guys, we call that the good old days. All right. So medium fries were $1.59 on average 10 years ago. Now they're $3.79, which again, that's not too bad. The classic Big Mac price has gone up 50% in the last decade. So that's the one that they haven't 100%, inflated beyond control, because they know that's also one of their kind of loss leaders. The Big Mac it's a signature item. They want to keep people addicted to the Big Mac. So they've only raised it $2 here from $3.99 to $5.99. Now, McDonald's hasn't implemented surge pricing like Wendy's is attempting to do.
Oh, God.
Surge pricing started, of course, because of Uber. And now surge pricing is going to be something that we have to be familiar with going forward, because other companies are now starting to get on board and introduce surge pricing dynamics. The latest is Spirit Airlines. Have you seen this?
God.
Or no, I'm sorry, not Spirit Airlines. I apologize. JetBlue. They're going to begin charging surge pricing for baggage. Yes, that means they're just completely switching their baggage
or
fee.
just regular baggage?
Physical baggage. The fee will jump on days the airlines consider to be peak, but here's the kicker. Most days are considered peak flying days for JetBlue. And it's over half the year is going to be surge pricing days. So another catch is if you add a check bag during your booking and at least 24 hours before check-in, prices are $35 for off-peak dates and $40 for peak dates. If you add the baggage after that window, it jumps up to $45 and an industry high of $50. So it's an unfortunate trend that we're noticing. And again, it started with Uber introducing the terminology of surge pricing. And now other big corporations are starting to jump on board.
Well, that's why I fly Southwest, right? Because you just pick your seat when you get there, right? So there's not like, because my girlfriend, boyfriend, they're going out of town and they're flying Delta, and it was like, oh, you're assigned seats. I'm like, they're not sitting together. I'm like, that sucks. And then Southwest, you get a checked bag for free.
Yeah, okay.
You don't have to worry about it.
No, I think it's so funny too because you're like, that's why I fly Southwest. It's like it's not because you're like fiscally forced to fly Southwest. It's your options are limited. There's a lot of people out there that chuckle when you said that too because Southwest sometimes gets a bad rap and sometimes rightfully so. Not as much as just flying in general right now. It's a very weird time on that, but. Yeah, you're like, that's why I ride Greyhound, because, like Delta, they have something called first class. Never heard of it. Couldn't afford it.
No,
but for $29.
And also to show how little I know about flying, because I haven't done it very much, like I asked them, I was like, is it the plane that has like the middle row of 3 seats? They're like, no, honey, that's international flights. I'm like, yep, I'm out.
Yeah, dude, that's what makes it so funny when you popped in as like the flying expert. And this is why you fly Southwest. What is your frequent flyer miles?
Like 7.
Exactly, dude.
And I was sitting here thinking, like, this is why I don't go anywhere.
Well, I mean, you got the girth where you have to pay for 2 seats just to fly,
Is that still a thing?
It's still a thing.
Oh.
Yeah. Fat people get discriminated on. They call that super surge pricing, surge soda pricing, if you will.
So do I get 2 bags of peanuts and 2 sodas because I get 2 seats?
No. In fact, actually, they don't give you any of those because they're trying to teach you a lesson. All right, we're going to keep the conversation moving on the podcast broadcast. There, Weirdo and Valdez are going to face off and play a game. And you can join us, youtube.com/beefegan, or keep it right here because we got music on the way from System of a Down on Rock 102.1. Clear. All right, so obviously mess around. See, it's not 4 for 4 anymore. That's when he does that. Just reading some comments here. All right, so I do want to play a game. No, I'm sorry. I apologize. I said I want to play a game. There we go.
There's the music.
Yeah. Okay. So earlier this week, and this is just kind of a test to see if you guys have been keeping track of international wealth and who's the wealthiest celebrities in the nation, or you saw the Forbes list that was recently released talking about who the wealthiest celebrities are this year. It comes out each and every year. So it's going to be pretty simple. I'm going to be going back and forth, giving you 2 different celebrities, and you have to tell me which one you believe has the net worth that's higher than the other. Okay. So we'll start off with Valdez on this one. All right. So your celebrity choices here: Chris Rock or Carrot Top.
Oh man, I'm gonna go Chris Rock.
Gonna go Chris Rock. All right. Chris Rock has a net worth of $60 million. Carrot Top has a net worth of $70 million.
No way.
Yeah,
I almost went Carrot Top because he had that whole long time thing with the Luxor.
Long time. And he still continues to be like a pillar of Las Vegas and making that money. And that's why he doesn't care to do anything else.
Good for you, Carrot Top.
Exactly. Yeah. All right. All right. So that's 0 points for Valdez. Going on to Weirdo. Weirdo. Who has more money or who has a greater net worth? Dave Chappelle or Roseanne Barr?
Ooh. I would really hope it's Dave Chappelle, but Roseanne, that freaking show has been in syndication, making money off that. So I'm gonna go Roseanne Barr.
Going Roseanne Barr, and that is, well, Roseanne Barr has a net worth of $80 million. Dave Chappelle has a net worth of $70 million.
No way.
Yeah. So, yes, you are absolutely correct. Well, Roseanne Barr, and your thinking was correct on that as well, because she had a syndicated show on when television was still in its prime and worth the most amount of money. And it's kind of like that golden era is kind of drying up, right?
Yeah.
Because now streaming services and whatnot, and I'm sure she still even gets paid off the Connors, even though they disassociated with her completely. All right, here's back to Valdez. Who has a greater net worth, Steve Harvey or Steve Martin?
Oh man, I gotta go Steve Martin on that one.
You go Steve Martin on that one. Steve Martin has a net worth of $140 million. Steve Harvey has a net worth of $200 million.
Get out of here, Mr. Family Feud.
And Family Feud pays a lot of money, apparently.
Well, Steve Martin gets to be in the show with Selena Gomez.
Yeah, I know. Maybe he had to spend $60 million just to do that.
Yeah.
By the way, I did get a text from Razor. That last segment, he texted me. That was funny, trying to teach you a lesson, talking about not giving you peanuts on an airplane for being fat. All right, so.
Well, it says a lot about Razor then. All my air checks make sense now.
Oh, I'm sorry. You didn't like my joke? I thought my joke was good, but gotta know your audience, Valdez. All right, so our next one, who's worth more? Weirdo. Eddie Murphy or Kevin Hart? Yeah, these are two. Well, one's an icon. The other's working on that.
Right. It's got to be Eddie Murphy.
Sorry, I'm vaping.
I noticed.
Yeah. All right, you say Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy has a net worth of $200 million, which is a lot of money. Kevin Hart has been working very hard. Net worth of $450 million.
What?
That's right. Yeah.
Damn.
I know. Well, the dude's in everything.
Really is.
Yeah, literally. I mean, in fact, actually, he has a problem being a monogamous. So he's literally in everything. Kevin Hart needs to stop cheating. All right. Back to you, Valdez.
I'm already down 3 points. So.
I know. You're very bad at this game.
A broke guy trying to guess who's rich. Really?
I know. It's a little out of touch, but we'll continue to look up to our false idols here. Jackie Chan or Vin Diesel? Who's worth more money? Jackie Chan or Vin Diesel?
Oh my God.
Both action stars of sorts. Both balls.
Just out of spite, I want to say Jackie Chan.
Okay, out of spite. Now, why spite though?
I can't stand Vin Diesel.
Okay, yeah, and that's a fair assessment. It's okay not to stand Vin Diesel. You know what? I'm team you on that one. I can't stand him either. There was one or two movies that I enjoyed of Vin Diesel. Those were a long time ago, and none of them were Fast and Furious. So, yes, Jackie Chan worth more, $400 million as compared to Vin Diesel, $225 million. Now, here's the deal: with Jackie Chan, literally is the biggest blockbuster star in China. And yes, we know him, of course, for his appeal in the United States, but he's massive in China. That's a lot of money there. And in fact, there's a movie that we're never going to see that stars Jackie Chan and John Cena. And that movie was 100%.
I'm sorry, what?
Produced, shot, and distributed in China. John Cena actually speaks a Mandarin. So, yeah.
And I can't stand John Cena either.
What is great about this too is because John Cena speaks Mandarin, but I'm sure he kind of has like an accent, like it's a broken language because it's not his first language and it's a very difficult language to learn. So I'm sure he sounded like how Jackie Chan sounds to us here,
Yeah.
Yeah. So I would love to hear his broken Mandarin version of Never Touch a Black Man's Radio. I would love to hear that. I would just to know what that sounds like. It sounds like it would be amazing. WrestleMania is this weekend.
Are they paying you for these plugs?
No, I'm trying to get that money retroactively. I'm like, hey, dude, we had 20 more people watch WrestleMania because of this guy. All right.
Give me my $42.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be nice. That's a good rate. All right. So who has more money? Weirdo. This is a fashion question for you because you're our resident fashionista. Okay. Knows all things clothes, especially if they come in the style of black. Tommy Hilfiger or Tom Ford?
I wouldn't have a clue.
Oh, they don't sell these at Goodwill yet?
No. No.
Fair enough.
That was too funny.
I'm gonna go with Hilfiger, but just because that name's a little more recognizable than Tom Ford.
For the poor people, it is. Yes, Tommy Hilfiger has a net worth of $450 million. Tom Ford, $2.2 billion.
Oh my God!
Yeah, rich people like Tom Ford. I know. No, that's a rich person thing. I've never owned anything Tom Ford. Hell, I get charged just to ride in a Ford. Can't even afford a Ford. Fords are unaffordable to me.
Jesus.
I can go on, but I won't. Next
That concludes the dad joke portion of Beef Vegan Presents.
Come on, you know you like those.
I love it.
All right, Valdez, who has a greater net worth, Tiger Woods or Jack Nicklaus?
I thought you were saying Jackie Chan again.
Yeah.
I want to say the Golden Bear, but he's been around. But yet, Tiger Woods had his own clothing line.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go with Senor Crashy Crashy. Let's go with Tiger Woods.
Yeah, Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods has a net worth of $1.3 billion. Jack Nicklaus, $400 million. Of course, Jack Nicklaus was the highest paid golfer in a time when a dollar could actually be enough for a down payment on a mortgage for a house.
Right.
So he's been around a long time. Tiger Woods made headlines today about, stating that he's sustaining from sex until the Masters. So, and I'm like, that makes sense because you can't spell masturbation without masters, right? So he'll gradually masturbate. That was my other dad joke. Okay. And speaking of which, I'll share my joke of the week. This made Weirdo laugh. So I was good with that. And where was it?
And by the way, you won 3-2.
I did.
That's your second win today.
Oh no, you're not done.
Oh.
You're not done at all.
Oh, okay.
Rock 2.1 KFMA. Welcome back. Beef Vegan Presents. We're live on the air here. Let me just share this joke of the week. Is we do little speed breaks. We like to do headlines, little quips, information, personality breaks, if you will, over the intros of songs. You might have heard this earlier this morning or yesterday. But I'm super proud of this joke. It made a Weirdo pop. Let's see if how Valdez will react to it. Here's the headline. There's a study saying that women with long quality hair have more frequent sex. But I know my lesbian friends would disagree with that.
Correct.
All right. Oh, Valdez was too busy looking at his shirt. So it did make Weirdo
Sorry,
laugh
Coach
initially.
was texting. He's like, show the shirt again.
Oh, give me a break, Manny. First off, you're not getting a percentage of his shirt. Spread cheeks, not hate. And you distracted the man while I'm trying to see if this joke would work and went over. And again, he wasn't listening to it at all. It was a great lesbian joke.
Sorry.
Yeah. And a positive one at that. Anyways, with that said, it is Friday and I want to play a game. We've been playing this game on the stream. Right now, the score is 3-2 Weirdo. Basically, we're guessing celebrity net worth, which net worth is higher. And there's been a lot of surprises on this list thus far, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Valdez, since you are slacking and you got a score of 2 to Weirdo's 3, I'm going to ask this next one to you. Which celebrity you think has a higher net worth between Michael Jordan or LeBron James?
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Let's go with the GOAT. Let's go with MJ.
Oh, see, I thought you were going to say the GOAT, LeBron. There's the debate. You can't just say, let's go with the GOAT, because half the people are going to say one over the other, right? Okay, so you're saying Michael Jordan's going to have a bigger net worth?
With the shoes and the clothes and the gambling.
And you agree with that?
I do.
I'm not going to give you a point for it, but you are correct. Michael Jordan has a net worth of $3.2 billion. Oof. LeBron James, $1.2 billion. They're both in the Billionaires Boys Club, though.
See, I didn't even think LeBron had reached the billionaire club, but holy God.
Well, first off, I mean, he was not only like one of the best basketball players since he debuted at the age of 18 with all the endorsements in the world. He's been doing this over 20 years. So, yeah, he's been accumulating it. Of course, Michael Jordan is iconic for business and not just basketball, because of the deal that he made with Nike for those legendary Air Jordans that set him up to be paid for life. And that's all thanks to his mom, as we saw in the movie Air. All right, here's our next one. Back to you, Weirdo. Something that's right up your alley. Who has a higher net worth, Kim Kardashian or Kylie Jenner?
I'm going to go. I feel like Kylie Jenner's because the makeup line, right?
I mean, that's why you would feel that, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're going to go with Kylie Jenner?
Yeah.
Kylie Jenner, who is dating Timothy Chalamet, who allegedly may possibly have a baby with Timothy Chalamet. I know. Be a good-looking baby. Well, good-looking if they get dad's natural looks, not because I know babies can't be born with the post-cosmetic looks.
Right, exactly.
I mean, Kylie Jenner's smoking hot now, but, that's a lot of money.
Always.
Yeah.
Can you use a filter when you take a baby's picture?
There's some babies you need to.
Yeah.
I was one of
babies.
those.
All right. Anyways, Kylie Jenner has a net worth of $750 million. Kim Kardashian has a net worth of $1.7 billion.
Ah.
Insane, dude.
That's crazy.
We're tied 3-3.
That's $1 per square inch of her ass.
Well, with inflation.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
It's inflated. All right. Finally, back to you, Valdez. Who has a greater net worth between Beyonce or Dolly Parton?
Oh man,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
both.
go with the goat on that one, Dolly.
Again, you say the GOAT, and there's
Right.
half the people are going to say Beyonce. Those half would be wrong, though. So, yes, Beyonce has a net worth of $500 million. Woo, it's a lot. Dolly Parton has a net worth of $650 million.
Nice.
Yes. Dolly Land raking in those dollars, y'all.
Yeah, Dollywood.
Yes. So it looks like it's all tied up. We'll do a tiebreaker here on the podcast broadcast. Got your beef tip coming up after these words. You can keep it right here on Rock 102.1 or join us youtube.com/beefvegan.
It was tied up. Now I'm up 4-3.
Oh, snap.
Yeah.
How are you feeling on that?
Whatever.
I don't know. I need you to take things more personally, weirdo. Like a winning attitude. This is going to make you more competitive and when you build up businesses for people, so this will help you make you a winner in life and everything that you do. Trust me.
She's just silently gonna walk up and punch me in the throat. She's like, "Is that competitive enough for you?"
Yeah, you should do that. Silently. You're already dressed like a ninja, so you might as well do some ninja moves. All right, come on back with this one here, weirdo. Who has a greater net worth, Mariah Carey or Lady Gaga?
Oh,
No.
Mariah Carey.
All right, and why?
Just
That's
seems like it makes more
fair.
sense because she's been in the game longer. And again, the residuals off of that freaking Christmas song.
There it is. That's the answer I was looking for because she made a Christmas album and that Christmas money has racked up her net worth to over $350 million.
wow.
Lady Gaga on the flip side is not doing too bad. $150 million. Uh-huh.
Okay.
All
So now
right.
it's tied.
Now it's all tied up. All right.
Damn, pressure.
Think fast edition and the speed round because I want to end this game. So buzz in with your name.
Because I'm over it.
Yeah. Buzz in with your name. And then if you get it right, you win. If you get it wrong, your opponent wins. Who has a greater net worth? Taylor Swift or Rihanna?
Valdez.
Valdez.
I'm
Can't say
Valdez. Swift.
Swift. Taylor Swift has a net worth of $1.1 billion.
Get out of here. Really?
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah. So Travis,
Just from the Eras tour alone.
yeah, Travis Kelce's banging a billionaire, so good for him. But he'd be banging a richer billionaire if he was banging Rihanna. $1.4 billion. That means
Fenty.
Weirdo.
It's because of her.
Fenty. The
Yeah.
Fenty line, yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
It was the first makeup line that actually offered options for all colors. Because most makeup lines you would have like maybe 12 options.
So there's something for me?
And correct. And 9 of them would be pretty much white. And then she was the first one to finally expand it to over 30
Yeah.
shades.
Hell yeah.
Mhm.
Go,
Uh-huh.
Riri.
Yep.
Well,
And then inclusive like lingerie and clothing and like all kinds of stuff.
yep. Yeah. So, but yeah, that's crazy. I mean, Taylor Swift will eventually eclipse her, possibly. But
Mhm.
I mean, they're all just in a position. The rich getting richer. So that's great.
Mhm.
Still a fun game to play.
It is.
And excellent come from behind win on your part. So, real quick, I want to show you this trailer. We'll react to this. You know how Winnie the Pooh is a horror film now because they don't own the copyright anymore because it's been around so long. Same thing's happening with Bambi. I have a trailer called Bambi the Reckoning.
No way.
Oh.
Yes. Let's check this out.
It was a public domain.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's terrifying. Let's see.
You ever shot a deer?
No. Have you?
Yeah.
Shoots. Mom of a deer. Oh, there it is. Oh no! You killed my mom, motherfucker!
Damn.
My God.
I can't wait to see Thumper.
If it doesn't have Thumper, then we've been robbed. I mean, and honestly, in Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, we did not have Tigger.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's not until the sequel that Tigger is going to be revealed.
Mm.
So, yeah, you never know.
And it ends up his backstory is he used to be a part of a magic show in Vegas, and then he turned on his owner
No.
and then went to the forest and joined
you?
Fu.
Is that a real backstory?
No, I'm just making it up.
Oh,
Siegfried and Roy, remember the tiger?
Oh,
No,
yes. Yeah.
Mhm.
A good Siegfried and Roy reference. I was hoping that we'd get one in before the end of the show on this
There
Friday.
you go. Merry Christmas. Happy Guy Fawkes Day.
Yep. All right. Is it Guy Fawkes Day too?
No,
Oh,
That's not till
shit.
that's
November.
November 5th.
Oh, okay.
A day before my birthday.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
My wedding anniversary
Fellow
is November
Scorpio
5th.
brother. Okay. Cool.
Right on.
Yeah, it said it on our invitations. Remember, the 5th of November.
Oh, that's
Aw.
cheesy as shit.
Are
All
you having
right.
an
Let's,
anniversary party?
Huh?
Doing an anniversary party?
Did I?
Are
No,
you?
I got COVID. That's
Oh.
that's what happened to my last anniversary.
Yeah. All right. We're getting on with the beef tip. Let's wrap things up. All right, guys. And that unfortunately is all the time that we have for the show today. We had a great show this week. Don't forget next week. We have tons of different tickets to give out all week long, including tickets for the Bad Friends tour that's making a stop at the TCC. That's Bobby Lee and Andrew Santino, hilarious comedians. Got a great podcast as well. Also, we're giving away Pima County Fair tickets, maybe even wristbands. I don't know. You're just going to have to tune in and find out.
Mhm.
And there'll be more stuff to give away as well. Weirdo, fantastic job, Valdez. Thank you for hanging out with us. And before we leave you, it's time for your beef tip. And this is how you can boost your happiness. You know, sometimes they say seasonal depression is usually a fall thing.
Mhm.
But, you know, in reality, in 2024, the season for depression is the 12 months of the year.
Yeah.
So here's some things to boost your happiness real quick. First and foremost, get out and socialize. You know, don't be afraid. And that's the biggest thing. Overcome that fear, get out and socialize. It'll distract you, make you happier. Lower your screen time. You can volunteer. You can listen to your body. I don't know necessarily what that means, but maybe like pull your own finger, listen to you fart and chuckle because farts are funny. And do what you can to minimize stress. Find work-life balance. And most importantly, add more movement to your day.
And listen to Beef Vegan.
Yes, on demand, youtube.com/beefvegan. And while you're there, subscribe. Because, you know, if you're not happy, you could at least laugh at our misery.
Yes.
Robin Ash is up next. She has tickets to give away for Korn. You guys enjoy your weekend and enjoy WrestleMania. We'll be back with a recap on Monday. Till then, drive safe, ride safe. And as always, rock local. Later. Say it.
I'm Valdez.
You wish
Nice.
upon a side of beef.
All right, guys. Yeah, great show. Thank you guys for watching.
And to all your grief. But if you've been mean or kind of bad, I will knock out all
Peanut butter
your
cup?
teeth.
Say it, weirdo.
He's